There are people who, when they look at a tree, they are looking at money. They see money. There are people, when they look at the environment, they see a tree, they see the future generations being well taken care of. People have been saying it is the communities who are destroying forests. What is making them to steal? It is us, the leadership. It is us, the government.
On having timber yards for selling timber. We have people who know about the forest, and if we are given really a chance, and even if they can hire even our boys to get them to work in the forest and even to be trained in the conservation of nature, I think the forest will be wonderful. We Sengwer belong to the black forest, where if you are hungry, you go there, you get your food. We belong to the source of rivers. We say we belong to the area where trees have got this moss hanging on them just like a bed of old men. And these ceremonies are connected with nature. As Sengwer, we know the areas, and to preserve those things, we know it is our heritage.
Wakati serikali walipata uhuru katika ile enzi ya Kenyatta, sisi kama jamii ya Sengwer hatukupata shamba yoyote. Na ndipo sasa ilichukua mkondo ya kwamba serikali wananchi wakuja pamoja waulize ya kwamba jamii wetu wanaweza kaa namna gani. Haya mambo ya msitu haikuwa mapenzi ya jamii yetu. Na hiyo msitu tunajua ya kwamba haikutoka katika hanga ya mbinguni ikashuka na ikaitwa msitu. Ila ni kwamba ilikuwa ni ardhi yetu ambapo serikali ya Kenya walikata na kasema hapa ni msitu. Lakini kwetu sisi kama jamii tunajua ya kwamba haya msitu ilikuwa ni mashamba yetu ya babu zetu, ni mashamba zetu mpaka saizi. Leo hii tunapoishi hapa Sisi tunakaa kama squatters katika serikali hii ambayo imepita zaidi ya mwaka 50. Mpaka sasa hatuna title deed yoyote. Hatuna title deed, tumekuwa tukiuliza tupewe title deeds kama Wakenya wengine, lakini tungeuliza serikali ya Uhuru ya kwamba tunasikia wanapeana title deeds katika coast na wanapeana title deeds katika kwingineko. Hata sisi pia tupewe title deeds hizo ili tusettle kama wananchi ama Wakenya wengine.
Kenya's indigenous people, they want to join hands with government and help to protect and conserve those forests. Unfortunately, the government has been evicting them from those forests. So my question to you, respectfully, Your Excellency, is should the government not be considering a new approach?
Ours is not to interfere with traditional communities who have lived there. We've done a lot to protect the Kaya forests and allowing the people in those areas who use those areas for traditional rights and other things to continue enjoying their practices in those areas.
Mpaka sasa tumepitia mateso mingi, tumechomewa manyumba, tumekamatwa, mali yetu ameharibiwa.
Tension is high in Embobut in Elgeyo Marakwet County after one person died and another seriously injured during a violent confrontation between the Kenya Forest Service officers and members of the Sengwer community.
The grieving family of the victim, Robert Kirotich, want justice for their son, David Kosgei, also a member of the embattled Sengwer community living in Embobut Forest, is currently nursing gunshot wounds following the deadly confrontation.
Wakati hiyo tulikuwa tunachunga ng'ombe. Sasa nilikuwa na Robert, pia pesa wakuja. Kapata sisi tuko chini ya barabara kuona ng'ombe. Wakapigwa sisi risasi hapo. Sasa Robert akakatunia. Sasa mimi naye nikapata majeraha kwa mguu. Akaingiza mimi hospitali Kibionit. Sasa akawachilia mimi hapo. Akasema David, nasema leo umepiga hospitali, mimi naomba nimepiga hospitali. Kula dawa yako, jaribu mbele. Mahali nilitokea, baba yangu alisaliwa hapo, mama yangu alisaliwa hapo Kapko. Sasa hata pia mimi alisaliwa Kapko. Mimi nasema kweli, hata kama nyinyi ni watu wazuri, muone hii watu wako hiyo Kapko, wakae Kapko na wakae pile walisaliwa. Hii jamii ya Sengwer ako tahapo. Tete jamii ya Sengwer kabisa, ikae mahali, iishi mahali mzuri na ikae bila ikae pesa isumbue kabisa.
Akikuwa pia Sengwer akepka jagi mangi Sengwer batago ingete toni 2000 nyomwa ko sanyoge miokoi ko bani girishe bangalech ane lagu kujole 8 asa miaka school doret lagu ni batai kami foding agamele ama kisumgona bi Everest ko ki mangi si utakusumgona bi Everest ko kona taisu yo pelo ba kor asa pe chinike pelo kor na be ni gito magana sasa gele kona out ya mom wol pe tipchuta ki mi ka ti wa ko le ne kusum gona be chako amma ke ka pichi ba ko mor inom ya ga wiye ko bi ja ko mor ko sale klagi ke utro bat go karte asa magato be wa ngalol wango ya akine kiwe gero bat go yenye koron lenyawo kerto worip kechira asa nyun wonyo net nyo kerti ata pya nemi side do wage burbichi simu le kayori mor nyo sasa lagi ke utrobat amaga to sasa nyo bichu wa nama Chichi wogribe chagek chi mom chi wogrib chi ne chagek. Mom chi nya wogrib chi ne chagek nyenda nyigi manachina kata wala manachina garti.
When it occurred, it was an incident that our foresters, our forest rangers, found a decomposing body in the forest. They called the OCS, that is Marakwet East, to come for the body or do whatever was required to remove the body from the scene. The body was decomposing, so it can't have been shot the same day. We believe that the incident was as a cause of the cattle rustling that was happening within that area. Our officers were not involved in the murder of Robert Kirotich.
We have people who know about the forest, and we have systems which are workable. And we have never destroyed, even we don't have in timber yards for selling timber. It is only the trust the government and the people who are devoted to conserving nature. If we can dialogue with them, if they can give them time, we dialogue with them, we get to sit together. But you see now the government is trying to push. But then one day I met some of the people who were cutting the trees and taking the bush. Even some of the people you think should be the one cutting. And at the last time now they become and say, blame us, you see. You don't get the forest. So, but if we are given really a chance, and even if they can hire even our boys to get them to work in the forest and even to be trained in the conservation of nature, I think the forest will be wonderful.
Comment. You cannot be fighting the war of deforestation and people are doing it within this area.
Sehemu nyingi ya Kenya misitu inaharibiwa na watu ambao wamepatiwa leseni kukata miti, na leo nimeamurisha wizara ambayo inahusika na mambo ya mazingira na misitu kukomesha kukata miti katika forest yote ya serikali na ya community for the next 90 days.
When Tobacco was giving a directive on the ban of logging within our country, that is something that is welcomed. It is something that should go on, not only for the 3 months, but even it can go on forever and ever, so long as the ultimate desire or the ultimate goal will be achieved. Issues conservation.
One Kenyan consumes about 2 mature trees annually. We are about 45 million now. It means that every year we have to plant at least and ensure that they survive 90 million trees.
Leo ni siku muhimu, tuko na upanzi wa miti hapa. We have planted about 5,000 seedlings of indigenous species, and we have been assisted by 5 schools. This year we have planted, and next year we shall continue with the event.
where we are standing today. This is the Cherengani ecosystem, and we are in Tangle forest. It is within Embobut forest. And in this place where we are, the forest is still intact. It is one of the forests that as a county we are proud of. This ecosystem is one of the best that we still have in this region.
Yes.
And we need to safeguard. There is no option.
I've just seen this. This is one
This
of
is
the
species,
euphorbia.
Yes.
It's a forest euphorbia. And it has to climb the whole height until it gets to the light. So as it is at the moment, it is a species that grows very fast. And then when it gets up there now, it now starts to grow. And you can see the orchids. The orchids are very rare plants that are actually, they are protected by law. So
the orchids are the ones which are being poached by these people who don't care of the coming generation.
Yeah, the orchids are very, very valuable flowering plants. They can only survive on the trees. So if you cut the trees, they have no...
Do they have any symbiotic
relationship?
Yes.
Yes. Of course, it is the one which brings the bees.
They are not parasitic.
No. Their relationship is zero. It is plus.
It is a win-win.
Yeah, plus. The traditional pharaohs that are the hallmark of the ancient technology here. They drew the water from the springs that come out of these forests. And that is exactly also what the Sengwer people use.
I wish that every resource that comes out of the forest should be able to benefit our people. The Sengwer community, they are the ones who have been on the front line in terms of fighting for the human rights. We need to go back to them. And as policymakers, we need to come up with a policy. As we are going back to find what they used to do, how they used to coexist with forests so that the forests were conserved. There are people who, when they look at a tree, they are looking at money. They see money. There are people, when they look at the environment, they see a tree, they see the future generations being well taken care of.
Up your GoPro. Where is he? GoPro, comment.
You cannot be fighting the war of deforestation and people are doing it within this area. To save the situation and people are... Boss, habari ya wewe? Wewe ndio GoPro? Ama kuna mtu mwingine? Kore ngungalo? Ya kazi? Arane je amrejo. Ngolo dani gapi? Sekari ya polisi baba tu. Na load meeting. Ina load meeting. Nataka wapi? Hebu angalia enda hapo kwa mtoni.
Vitu vinafanyika tu mbele yako ujui?
Kwa station.
Kwa nimetoa gari.
Watu wanasema raia ni wabaya. Raia ni wabaya namna gani? This one, they have to pay the price. Wapi GoPro? GoPro ama nyumba hata on. Watu na hiyo, au wako na haja ya kukula, hakuna lishe nyingine wako nayo. They don't have any issue. Hata wakitaka kukula miti ni afadhali wakule miti. Kuliko sisi wenye tuna load miti illegal. That is wrong, my friend. the saddest thing today, these days, getting a government lorry. In fact, it belongs to the police, who are the custodians, who are the people who should be taking care of our forest. Them loading logs into their lorry for transportation. Action has to be taken. People have to pay for their deeds. People have to take responsibility of what is happening within our forests. We need to take care of our wetlands. We need to conserve our forests. We need to enforce the policies. It is no longer time to come up with policies in this country. It is that time that we need to implement and enforce the policies that are in existence. People have been saying it is the communities who are destroying forests. That might be true, that might not be true. But if it is true, what is making them to steal? It is us, the leadership. It is us, the government. It is us, the custodians, who should be taking care of those resources. Who we are stealing first, we steal one. And when we steal one, the people around us who are looking at what we are doing will come and take two. Conservation is an inbuilt issue. These are issues of the heart and not the mind. They are issues that are within our hearts. And when they are issues of the heart, we just have to safeguard our environment, our ecosystem.
There is an incident that was involving an administration police lorry in Chesoi Forest Station, where its driver and an officer who were on transit, they attempted to load some logs into the lorry, but did not materialize because they were confronted by forest rangers. Where the lorry went after that, we are not very sure, because we have tried to identify whether it is one among the service lorries we have within this area. And I'm told that it's not within the fleet of this area. So we do not know where it was ending, nor even where it was coming from, but eventually there's no material that was carried from the scene.
We don't have much for everybody's greed, but we can get enough for everybody's need. The real need, but not for the greed. If we can sit down with those people who are really expert in new methods of conservation, even if we are given the right to preserve the forest, we really do it nicely. Because it's just like a home to us.